Right, welcome to Maths. Say Mangeya, the Maths ego. Right, so this one is Zimsec 2018, June 2018, paper 1, as you can see on your screen. After watching this video, please subscribe, like the video, and share this nice, powerful video. Thank you. Let's get started. So before attempting these question papers, please take note of the instructions. You have to read the instructions actually, especially this one. Decimal answers which are not exact should be given correct to 3 significant figures unless stated otherwise. Then answers in degrees should be given correct to 1 decimal place unless stated otherwise. Then the other most important note is this one. Take note of this. Omission of essential working will result in loss of marks, which means proper working, no shortcuts, please, no shortcuts, proper working, step by step. Nice one. Then first part, question number 1. Express 3598 as a number in standard form. Standard form is always in the form of a times 10 to the power n, where this a is a number that is between 1 and 10. Then this one n, the power is a positive integer. It's an integer actually. An integer is a whole number. It can be positive or negative, but as long as it's a whole number, it's called an integer. Right, so let's express this one. First part, item 1 in standard form. So you write 3598. So for this one to be a number that is between 1 and 10, your comma is supposed to be between 3 and 5 here. So initially before your comma is supposed to be here at the last digit here. So it's supposed to be between 3 and 5. So you put it there. Then you write 3.598 times 10 to the power, right? The power, which is n in this case, represents the number of places that your decimal is moved. In this case, let's count 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 steps. So your power will be 3. Done. Item number 2. Correct to 3 significant figures. Right, significant figures, you start counting from the first non-zero digit. In this case, you start counting at 3. So you say if 3 is 1, 2, 3, then you look at the fourth one, which is 8 in this case. Right, so if it's 5 and above, you add 1 to this one, plus 1. But if you can add 1 or 9, it will be 10. So you can't write 10, you write a 0, then you carry the 1 to 5 here. So it will be 5 plus 1, it will be 6 here, then 3. Then the 8 will be replaced by a 0. So the answer will be 3,600. Done. Then number B, find the approximate value of 3598. Root of 3598. Right, so what do? You just find a number whose square root is known, and this number is close to 3598. Check. If you can add 2 there, then it will be 3600. Square root of 3600 is known, it's 60. So you can just do it that way. So it will be square root of 3600, which is equals to 60. So that's the approximate value of the root of that number. Done. Next, question number 2. Find the exact value of that one. So this one is our subtraction. 7.03 minus 2.145, like this. Right, so you put a 0 here, When subtracting, just make sure, addition or subtraction, make sure that the commas, they are in line with each other. There's a comma down here. Then you start subtracting. You say here 0 minus 5, it can't. You borrow the base, which is 10 in this case. Then you add 1 here, it will be 5. So you say 10 minus 5 is 5. Then 3 minus 5 here, it can't. You borrow the base 10. So it will be 13. Then you add 1 to be 2 here. 13 minus 5 is 8. Then 0 minus 2, it can't. You borrow base 10 here. Then you add 1 to be 3 here. 10 minus 2 is 8, comma 7 minus 3 is 4. So it's 4.885. Done. That's item number 1. Item number 2, 4.32 times, you write it like this, times 0.11. Right. So first thing, you put your placeholder here. It's actually grade 3, grade 3 stuff. So you put your placeholder here. Then you start by this one here. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Then now you are moving on to this second one on 11. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Then you add the two values. 0 plus 2, 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 plus 0 is 4. Then you have to count the number of decimal places here. On the first one, we have 2. Then on the second value, we have 2. So in total, the decimal numbers or places, actually there are 4. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's supposed to be 0.4752. Done. Then next, simplify that one. It's 1 and 7 over 8 plus 2 and 1/3. That's part B. First thing, you have to convert those values to be improper fractions. Then on addition and subtraction, you find the common denominator, then simplify. So in this case, if I am to convert that one, 1 and 7 over 8 to an improper fraction, you say 8 times 1 plus 7. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 7 is 15 over 8 plus, then 2 and 1/3, you say 3 times 2 plus 1. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7 over 3. Then find a common denominator here. Common denominator, 8 and 3 is actually 24. Then you say 8 into 24 is 3. 3 times 15 here plus 3 into 24 is 8 times 7 on top there, the numerator. Then you maintain your denominator here. 3 times 15 is 45 plus 8 times 7 is 56. Like this. Right? Then you move on to this side. You maintain your denominator 24. 45 plus 56. This one is 1 here. Carry 1. So it's 101. It's 101 over 24. Then 24 into 101. 24 by 4 is 96. So it will be 4 remainder something. 96, 101 minus 96 is 5. 5 over 24. So it's 4 remainder 5 over 24. Done. Right, next question, number 3. Express the time 0025 in 12-hour notation. Right, 12-hour notation is AM and PM. Then 24-hour notation is hours. So 0025 is 25 minutes past midnight. So it will just be, let me just write it here. So it will be 12:25 AM. Done. Next B. A goods train left Johannesburg at 20:30 on Wednesday and arrived in Beitbridge after traveling for 27 hours 45 minutes. Then state the day on which the train arrived at Beitbridge. That's the first part. So what you do here, this train departure time is 20:30. It was a Wednesday. Johannesburg, yeah? Johannesburg 20:30 on a Wednesday. Then this train took 27 hours 45 minutes. So what does it mean? It means you have to add 27 hours 45 minutes to this time. So first, you have to do it actually in stages. So first, you take 24 hours. That's one day from 27 hours, 45 minutes. So it will be 2030 the next day, which will be a Thursday actually. It will be a Thursday. Then after that, we are left with how many hours? From 27:45, after taking out 24 hours, we are left with 3 hours 45 minutes. So from this one, we can add 3 hours here. So if you can add 3 hours here, it will be 20:30, 21:30, 22:30, 23:30. So it will be 23:30 here after adding 3 hours. It's still Thursday here. Thursday is still a Thursday. Then after taking 3 hours, from 3 hours 45 minutes, we are left with 45 minutes. So to midnight here, we just need about 30 minutes, so that it will be 0, 0, 0, 0. So this one, we just need 30 minutes. But from 45 that have been left, 15 minutes are left now. So it will be 0, 0, 15. That will be a Friday. Next day, it will be a Friday. That is quarter past midnight. So it's a Friday. This one. Done. So the day is a Friday. Then next, find the time at which the train arrived at Bedbridge. We've already worked it out. We can say 0015 hours, or we can say 12:15 a.m. Still, it makes sense. Whichever. That's for item number 2. Done. Then next question, number 4. Evaluate. Find the value of that one. Right. So it's paper 1, no calculator. So if you don't have a calculator, what you just have to do is, if it's a decimal, you convert it to a fraction. That's what you do first. So this one, you write it as cube root of, then you write 27 here over 1. Right. So 0.027 is a decimal. Right. You write 1 here, then you put the zeros, the number of zeros, which are equivalent or equal to the number of decimal places in this case. How many decimal places do we have? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 decimal places. So you put 3 zeros like this. Then it will be, this is the same as cube root of 27 over cube root of 1000. Cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 1000 is 10. So leave it like this, 3 over 10, or you can leave it as 0.3, but you'll be wasting your time actually. So just leave it as 3 over 10. It's exact, it's still correct, it's simplified. Then part B. That one is a mixed number, 1 and 7 over 9. So first thing, you convert it to be an improper fraction. So as an improper fraction, it will be 9 times 1 plus 7 is 16 over 9. Then to the power half. Then after that, you simplify further. Let me write it down here. Right, these are fractional indices. Fractional indices, you put square root 16 over 9 to the power 1, which is equals to square root of 16 is 4, square root of 9 is 3, then to the power 1, then you can share the power 4 to the power 1 over 3 to the power 1, then it will be 4 to the power 1 is 4 over 3. Square root of a number, always remember that it's plus or minus. It's plus or minus. Then this one you can simplify to plus or minus 1 and 1 over 3. Still it works. Then next part, part C, 3 to the power 0 times 3 to the power minus 2. So these are indices. It's actually law number 1 of indices. Whenever multiplying indices of the same base, maintain the base and add the powers. So you maintain the base 3 is the same base. So you maintain the same base 3, add the powers 0 plus minus 2. So it will be 3 to the power 0 plus minus 2 is 0 minus 2, which is minus 2 here. Right? You have to go further. Any number raised to a negative power is the same as 1 over the same number 3 when raised to a positive power. So it will be 1 over 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is equals to 9. So 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9 here. So it's 1 over 9, then you are done. Next question, question number 5. Part A, state the number of lines of symmetry of a regular nonagon. Regular nonagon, a nonagon has 9 sides. That's what you have to know. These are polygons, right? A polygon is any shape with 3 sides and above. So if it's a regular, it means it is all of its sides equal. That's what the word regular means. 5 sides is pentagon, 6 sides hexagon, 7 sides heptagon, 8 sides octagon, 9 sides nonagon, 10 sides decagon. So this one, the number of lines of symmetry of a regular nonagon, so this one, it has 9 sides. So the number of lines of symmetry are equal or the same as the number of sides of the polygon, given that it's a regular shape. It's a regular shape. So in this case, lines of symmetry is 9. So part A, you can write 9. That's the answer. Then part B, the sum of interior angles of a regular polygon is 3960. Find the number of sides of the regular polygon. Write this one. The sum of interior angles of any polygon, use the formula n minus 2 times 180. So it's n minus 2 times 180. That's the formula for finding the sum of angles of in any polygon, interior angles in this case. So we are given the sum is equals to 3960. So sum is equals to sum. So just equate to 3960 like this. Form a simple equation. Then after that, remove the brackets, collect like terms, and simplify. That's how you solve equations. So it will be 180n minus 180 by 2 is 360 is equals to 3960. Then collect like terms. 180n is 3960 plus 360. 180n is equals to 3960 plus 360. You get 0 here. Then 6 plus 6 is 12, 2 carry 1 here. Then it will be 13 carry 1. It will be 4. So it's 4320. 4320. Then you divide by 180. It's 180n is equals 4320. Then divide by 180. 180 in this case. So if you can divide, simplify here, you get your n is equals to, right, so on this one, cancel the zeros. 18 into 43 is actually 2. Remainder 7 into 72 is 4. So it's 24 sides. Done. So this shape is 24 sides. Next, number 6. Simplify. These are number bases. These are number bases. So it's 1044 base 8 minus 175 base 8. Right, what you do here is you just work out the same way you work out numbers in base 10, right? So the same way you work out numbers in base 10. That's what you do here. So on this one, you subtract here. You say 4 minus 5. What is 4 minus 5? It's actually, it can't. So you borrow the base. You borrow the base. What's our base here? It's 8. So you write your 8 here. Then you add 1 here. It will be 8 here. So you say 8 plus 4 is 12. Minus 5 is 7. Then you say 4 minus 8. It can't. You borrow the base, which is 8 here. Then you add 1 to be 2 here. 8 plus 4 is 12. Minus 8 is 12 minus 8 is 4. Like this. Then 0 minus 2, it can't. You borrow the base 8. Then you add 1 here. 8 plus 0, 8 minus 2, it's 6. So it will be 6, 4, 7, base 8. Done. Next, part B. Convert that number to a number in base 6. Right. So first thing, you have to convert that number to base 10 first. Then from base 10 to base 6. So how can you convert to base 10? You express in powers of its own base. So you say 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, base 2. So the first one, it will be 2 to the power 0. This one, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, like this. So you say this 1 times 2 to the power 4, 1 times 2 to the power 4, plus, then you say this 0 times 2 to the power 3, 0 times 2 to the power 3, plus, then this 1 times 2 to the power 2, 1 times 2 to the power 2, plus 1 times 2 to the power 1, 1 times 2 to the power 1 is this one, then plus this 1 times 2 to the power 0, 1 times 2 to the power 0, then you are done. So just be multiplying this number and this number on top, this number and this number on top. Right? That's how you convert a number to base 10. So this one, questions like this usually come, they can say express in index form. This will be the answer. Or express in powers of its own base. This will be the answer. Then we'll be done. But in this case, we're going further. We want to convert this one to base 10. So simplify here. You say 2 to the power 4. You can use PEMDAS. Deal with the powers first. So 2 to the power 4 is 16 times 1 is 16 here. Plus 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 times 0 is 0. Plus 2 to the power 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 to the power 1 is 2. Times 1 is 2. Plus 2 to the power 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power 0 is always equals to 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. Then you add here 16 plus 0 plus 4 plus, you get 23, but this one will be in base 10. Our answer, we want it in base 6. So to convert to base 6 here, what do? You divide by the base. You divide 23 by the base, which is 6. So that's the way how you convert from base 10 to other bases. You divide by the base. 6 into 23 is actually 43, remainder 7. Then 6 into 23 is still remainder 7. Then by 6, you say 6 into 3 is 0, remainder 3. So you do it like this. Up, it will be 37 base 6. Then done. Next question, 7. In the diagram, W, X, Y, Z are points on the circumference of a circle, center O. Information is there. Calculate W, Y, X. So in this case, I'll just write or fill the angles that are missing here. Right, this angle here is 42 degrees. Reason being, this one is the code WX. Angles subtended by the same code, they are equal. So 42, 42, done. Then this angle here, a W, is actually 90 degrees. Why? Because there's a diameter, XZ. XZ is the diameter. So angle subtended by the diameter or formed by the diameter is always a right angle. So it's 90 degrees. Then you can find this angle here at X, W, X, Z. How? You can use angles in a triangle X or W, X, Z. Triangle W, X, Z, if you can see there. This one. Then you can say 180 minus 90 plus 42. 90 plus 42, then you get here, it's 132. 180 minus 132 actually. Then 180 minus 132, what do you get? It's 48. So this angle is 48 degrees here, like this. Angles in a triangle. Done. Then the other angle that we can find, right, we have an isosceles triangle, this one. We have Y here, we have W here, we have X here. So this one, these sides are marked, it means they are the same. X, Y, and WX, they are equal. So based on theories on angles in isosceles triangles, base angles are equal. So it means this angle, if it's 42, this angle is also 42. So which means this angle on this side is 42 degrees. Which means the angle here on this side is very easy to find. You just say 90 minus 42. 90 minus 42 is 48. Then, if you want this angle on this side here, at X, W, Y, X, Z, yxz is the same as ywz. Yxz is the same as ywz, which is 48 degrees. Reason, angles subtended by the same arc. This arc like this. So they are the same. So they're starting from this point to this point. That's the arc. So they are actually equal. Then done. So you just find these angles. I feel everything is there actually. So you just add and find out the required angles on the question. Right, then number 8, solve the equations. 1 over 3x minus 1 is equals to 7. 1 over 3x minus 1 is equals to 7. Right, these are equations involving fractions. So what you do, the easiest way is to find the common denominator, the lowest common multiple of the denominators, then multiply everything by the lowest common multiple of the denominators. In this case, denominator is 3, so multiply everything by what? By 3. So it will be 3 times 1 over 3x here, minus 3 times 1 is equals to 3 times 7. Then after that is 3 will cancel out, we'll be left with x here, minus 3 times 1 is 3 is equals to 3 times 7 is 21. So it will be correct like terms, 21 plus 3, x will be equal to 24. Done. Then part B, these are equations involving powers, indices actually. So you can see whenever the power is a letter, what you do is you make sure that the bases are the same. You might not know how to work it out, but make sure the bases are the same. That's the working. So in this case, it's let me write it here, B. So it's 4 and 8. So you find out 8, can it be expressed in powers of 4? It can't. Then you get back to 2. You express this 4 in powers of 2. So 4 is 2 to the power 2. Then there was a power already there, so you just write it as it is. Then 8 is 2 to the power 3. Then same base, it means the powers are equal. So you just equate the powers. 2n minus 3 is equals to 3. Then remove, so just ignore the bases, right? Because they are the same, they are equal. Equate the powers. Then remove the brackets. 4n minus 6 is equals to 3. Then collect like terms. 4n is equals to 3 plus 6. Then 4n is equals to 9. Then after that, divide by 4. Number with a letter. Then you get your n is equals to 9 over 4. You can simplify it to n is equals to 4 into 9 is 2 and a quarter. Then you are done. Right. Next question. Number 9. 3 sets A, B, and C are such that A is a subset of B. This one, it means subset. Subset, it means set A is inside set B. A is inside B. That's A is a subset of B. And C is a subset of A, which means set C is found inside set A. Then in the answer space below, draw the Venn diagram to show the relationship between sets A, B, and C. Right, so we said if it's B here, then A is a subset of B, which means set A is inside set B. We can put our set A inside here. Then C is a subset of A, which means set C is inside set A. So we have to draw set C inside set A, so that will be your C. Then done, like this. Right, then next, number B. In the diagram, 3 sets P, Q, R are intersecting. Use set notation to describe the shaded region. Right. If you can try to see, to look closely, you have Q and R. So it's like everything in Q and R combined with things that are in P or elements of P. So it's Q and R. So everything in Q and R, but combined with what is in P, like this. You can write it as P intersection Q union R. Then done. That will be set notation based on that diagram or Venn diagram. Then question number 10. It is given that y varies directly as the square of x minus 3. Express y in terms of x and a constant k. So you write it y varies. First thing, you introduce a sign of proportionality. Then as the square of x minus 3, it means x minus 3 squared. Square of is squared. Take note. Square of is squared. Cube of is cube. You put the power 3. So here, square of, put the power 2. Then introduce an equal sign and a constant. In this case is k. Then it will be x minus 3 squared. That's part A. Done. Once express y in terms of x and a constant k, that's the expression. Then part B is saying, given that y is equals to 16 when x is equals to 1, find y when x is equals to 10. Right, we have these two values, y16, x1. These values in variation, they'll always be there. They'll just be given at random, right? So those values, they help you to find the value of the constant, in this case k. So you put y16, x1, you find k. Where there's y, you put 16 here. Where there's x, you put 1. So it will be k, 1 minus 3 squared. Then 16 is equals to, right, k, this one, minus 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 squared, minus 2 times minus 2. It's minus 2 squared. It's actually 4. Minus minus, it will be a plus. So it's 4 here. Then it will be 16 is equals to 4k. 16 is equals to 4k. Then you divide by 4 to find k. So you find k is equals to 4. Done. Then after that, you have to replace this value here to find the equation connecting y and x. So it will be y is equals to, where there is k, you put 4. Then x minus 3 squared, like this. So that's the equation connecting y and x. Then after that, our question is saying, find y when x is equals to 10. So y is equals to what when x is equals to 10? So put 10 where there's x. Put 10 where there's x. It will be y is equals to 4, 10 minus 3 squared, which is equals to 4. 10 minus 3 is 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. 4 times 49. Right, what is 4 times 49? 4 times 9 is actually 36. 6 carry 3. 4 times 4, 16. Plus 3 is 19. So the answer is 196. That's for part B. Done. Next question, question number 11. Solve the simultaneous equations. Right, these ones, as you can see on this right side, is 5.5, 2.5. So you can just use it like that. Was 5.5, 2.5. You can work them out like that one. So, and this one, you can see x, coefficient of x and x, they are the same. They are the same in this case. It's 1, 1. So you can use elimination method. This one equation 1, this one equation 2. So to use elimination, on the first equation, you just write x, let me write it here, x plus y is equals to, this one is easy if you can put 5.5. If you can put 5.5 in this case, then x minus 2y is equals to, you can put 2.5. So that is easy to subtract here. So you have to subtract here. X minus x, you eliminate x. Elimination method is 0. Then y plus y minus minus 2y plus y minus minus 2y. It will be y plus 2y, which is equals to 3y in this case, is equals to, then 5.5 minus 2.5. 5.5 minus 2.5 is actually 3. Then you divide by 3 to find your y here. You get your y is equals to 1. Then for x, you just take any equation. I can choose equation 1 in this case, any of the equations, and then substitute where there is y. You put the value of y. So in equation 1, you say x plus, where there is y, you put 1 now, is equals to 5.5, which is 5.5. Then you can write x is equals to 5.5 minus 1, collect like terms, which is equals to 4.5 or 4.5. So x is 4.5 and y is equals to 1. Easy. Right, next, question number 12. It is given that 3x plus 2y is equals to 12 is an equation of a straight line, then find the gradient of the line in this case, right? What you do is, we know that the general form of equation of a straight line, is y is equals mx plus c, x plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. That's the point where the graph cuts or crosses the y-axis. So in this case, you just express this one in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. In other words, you just make y subject of formula, right? You make y subject of formula. How to make y subject? You write here 2y is equals to, right, it's mx, so you start with x here, so I have to put 3x on the right side, but it will become minus 3x plus 12 here. Then to be left with y on this side, we divide everything by 2 by 2 by 2, like this. It will be y is equals to minus 3 over 2x plus 6. So gradient y is equals to mx plus c. So our gradient is what? It's minus 3 over 2. That's the gradient. So that's first part. So this one is it's minus 3 over 2. That's the gradient done. Then b, find the coordinates of the point where the straight line crosses the y-axis. Right? Y-axis, take note of this. This one is my line here. Along the y-axis, at any point on the y-axis, the value of x is 0. And the value of y will have to be found. Then along the x-axis, at any point on the x-axis, the value of y is 0. So this one is crossing the y-axis. So it means you just have to put x0. So you put x0 on our equation. 3x plus 2y is equals to 12. You put x0. Then you find the value of y. So 2y is equals to 12. Then 3 times 0 is actually 0. So it will be 2y is equals to 12. Then you divide by 2. You get to y is equals to 6. So our coordinate, we know that x is 0 and y is now 6. That's the coordinate. Done. Next, question number 13. Simplify. Right, so these are more algebraic fractions. If you can see questions like this, make sure that you have to factorize. Please take note. You have to factorize somewhere, somehow. Right, but first thing first, there's a division here. You introduce a multiplication first, and you invert these numbers here. So it will be 3x squared over x squared minus 5x times, then you invert x squared minus 25 over x. Right, then factorize. This one, 3x squared, is the same as 3x, then and another x here. That's x squared. Then x squared minus 5, you factor out x here. Then you'll be left with x minus 5 times. Then on this side, x squared minus 25. This one is called a difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. This one, x squared minus 25. X, there's the square root x. Then 25 square root 5. So just take the square roots. So you say x minus 5. The first one you put a minus. The other one you just put a plus. That's how you factorize a difference of two squares. So it's x minus 5, x plus 5. Done. Right? Then cancel out x minus 5, x minus 5. You cancel out. Then this x will cancel out x. This x will also cancel out this x. So you'll be left with 3x plus 5. You can just leave it like this, or you can remove the bracket, 3x plus 15. Done. Next question, number 14. The formula for converting a temperature in degrees centigrade to a temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, F is equals to 32, is given. Then find F when C is equals to 30. You just put 30 where they see. So F is equals to 32 plus 9 times 30, where they see you put 30 here, over 5. Right, so this one you can simplify. 5 into 30 is 6. Then 9 times 6 is 54. 32 here, that's F. So f is equals to 32 plus 54, it's 6 here, 86. Done. Next, part B, make C the subject of the formula. Make C the subject of the formula. Alright. To make C subject, it must be left like C is equals to something. So this one, you write f is equals to 32 plus 9c over 5. Right. First, deal with this one the same way you deal with the equations with fractions. There's a denominator 5 there. So multiply everything by 5 to get rid of the denominator 5. Multiply everything by 5. So it will be 5f here is equals to, this one will be 32 by 5. 32 by 5 plus, then this one 9c over 5. Step by step, because you are making this one subject of the formula. So step by step, please. 5 will cancel out. So we'll be left with 5f is equals to 32 by 5 is 0 here. It's 90 plus 9c. Right? Collect terms without c on the left side here. There's 90. So you say 5f minus 90 is equals 9c. Then divide by 9. Divide by 9 to get rid of 9 there. So it will be 9 will cancel out. It will be 5f minus 90 over 9 is equals to c. So you write c is equals to 5f minus 90 over 9. Done. 2 marks. Next question. Question number 15. Question number 15. Right, let me rotate this one. Right, question number 15, it reads, expand and simplify. This one, I just see. So this one, just remove the brackets. Multiply everything outside the bracket with everything inside the bracket. Minus 3 times x. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Then minus 3 times minus 7 is plus 21. Then plus 5 times 2 is 10. Minus 5 times 4 is 20x here. Then collect like terms and simplify. Minus 3x minus 20x plus 21 plus 10. Then is equals to minus 3x minus 20. It's minus 23. X then plus 31. Then simplifying this one, yeah, you can leave it like this, or you can write it as 31 minus 23x. Still, there's no problem. Then number 15, the length of a side of a regular hexagon. The length of a side of a regular hexagon is 3.4 centimeters, correct to 1 decimal place. Find the least possible perimeter of the regular hexagon. Least possible perimeter of the regular hexagon. Right, so this number 3.4 was rounded off to 1 decimal place. How you work out these things is easy. And take note, it's a hexagon. It means 6 sides. Perimeter, distance right round that shape. Then in this case, it was 3.4. So if 3.4 was rounded off to the nearest 1 decimal place, so it means the number that was rounded off was here. For us to get 4, right? So you put a 5 under here, then you put a 0, you put a 0, 0. So in other words, you just add and subtract 0,05 to find the range or the limits under which this 3.4 lies. So it will be the lowest possible value. You subtract 3.4 minus 0.05, it will be 3.35. 3.35. Then the highest, it will be 3.45. After adding 0.05 to 3.4. Right. Then the least possible now, the least possible perimeter, you take the lowest or the minimum value, 3.35. And this one is a hexagon. So you just say 3.35 then times 6. Like this. There are 6 sides. You have to add 3.35 6 times. Just multiply by 6. Easy. 6 times 5 is 30. 0 carry 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3, 21. 1 carry 2. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Then decimal places, we have 2 here. So 1, 2. So it's 20.10. This will be your final answer. Done. Then next, question number 16. Factorize completely x cubed minus x. Right. First thing on all factorizations, you have to look out for the common factor first. In this case, there's a common factor x. Yeah, so you factor out x first, so you'll be left with x squared minus 1. Then this x squared minus 1 is called a difference of two squares. So you just take the square roots, you write it will be x minus 1, then x plus 1. I know you know this one, difference of two squares. Right, this one done. Then next, item 2, factorize x squared plus 2x plus 1. So these are quadratic expressions. You take this one and this one, you multiply x squared plus times plus 1 is plus 1x squared or plus x squared. Then you find two numbers which are factors of 1 in this case. When you multiply, they give you 1. When you add or subtract, they give you the middle value, which is plus 2x in this case. Right? The numbers are 1 and 1. It's x and x. So it's x times x, and in this case, it will be x plus x. Then you replace the middle value here with the factors. Then it will be x squared plus x, then plus 1. You factorize. Then it will be you take 2 here, this one and this one, this one and this one. So it will be x plus 1, then plus, you factor out 1 on this one, it will be x plus 1. So it will be this one and this one, they are the same. You start by taking that one. So it will be x plus 1 and x plus 1. Like this. Done. Then next question. Yes or otherwise, find the highest common factor of the first one, this one, and this one. So just look at the factors. You just have a look at the factors. These are the factors for the first one. And the second one, these are the factors. So you just look at the number which is common in both. So the first one, it was x. Then let me write the factors here. X minus 1, x plus 1. X minus 1, x plus 1. Then you compare with this one. Right? You can see x plus 1 is appearing both sides. This one. So the highest common factor is x plus 1, which is appearing in both values. Then this one done. Then question number 17. I have to rotate this one. Right. Question number 17. It reads, it is given that vector p is equals to 3 minus 4 and vector q is equals to minus 2x. Calculate p minus q in terms of x. This one is easy. P minus q, you just put p here. So it's 3 minus 4. That's p minus q. You just substitute here. It's q is minus 2x. Right? Then after that is equals to, then you simplify here, 3 minus minus 2. Then over minus 4 minus x. If you can simplify this one, 3 minus minus 2 is what? Is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Then minus 4 minus x. These are unlike terms. So you just leave it like this. Done. Then next, b. Find the value of this one. It means the magnitude of p when it comes to vectors. But in matrices, it will be called the determinant of p. But in this case, it's the magnitude of p. Right? Magnitude of a vector of p in this case, you just say square root of p is 3 minus 4. So it will be 3 squared plus minus 4 squared. Like this. Which is equal to square root of 3 squared is 9. Minus 4 squared is 16. Minus 4 times minus 4, it will become plus 16. So it will be square root of 25. Square root of 25 is what? It's 5. Then remember, square root of a number is plus or minus. So square root of 25 is plus or minus 5, like this. Done. Then next, find the value of x such that 2p is equals to minus 3q. You just substitute here. So 2, you put your p here. What is p? P is the vector 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4, that's p. So you put 3 minus 4 here. Then is equals to minus 3q. Q is minus 2x. It's minus 3, then minus 2x. Like this. That's the vector q. Right. Then you simplify, then you equate. So you say 2 times 3 is 6 here. Then minus 8 is equals to minus 3 times 2 is 6 here. Then minus 3x. Right. As you can see here, 6 is equals to 6 on top here. Then down, it means minus 8 is equals to minus 3. So you write minus 8 is equals to minus 3x. Then you simplify. To simplify, just divide by minus 3. Then you get 8 over 3 is equals to x. Like this. Then it will be x is equals to 3 into 8 is 2 and 2/3. So that will be your final answer. That's x. Done. Next, question number 18. The marks of 6 of the students who wrote a mathematics test are as follows. Right. Then find the median mark for the 6 students. That's part A. So first thing, you have to arrange them in ascending order. Starting with the smallest. So smallest, you start with here. It's there is what? 9, the smallest, then 11, then 12, 14, then 15 and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 in total. So the median. First thing, you find the location of the median. Location, this one is on group data. So you use half n plus 1. That's the location. Where n is the number of values. In this case, there are 6 values. So it will be half. 6 plus 1, it's 7. So it will be 7 over 2, which is 3.5. What it means in this case is the median is between the third and the fourth values. Third and fourth values, that's the location. So you check here, the third and the fourth values, you take those ones. So 9 is the first, the second, the third. So the third and fourth, as you can see here, is 12 and 14. So you add the two values, third and fourth, then you divide by 2. Then 12 plus 14, what do you get? It's actually 26. So it will be 26 over 2, which is equals to 13. So 13 is the median. Done. Then next question, part B. A 7th student got X marks from the same test, and the mean marks for the 7 students was 13. Find X, the mark of the 7th student. What you do here, you just add all the marks. Formula for finding mean, you say summation or total of x over n, then it will be equals to 13. Total of the marks over the number of students is equals to 13. So total of the marks, here if you can add here, 9 plus 11 plus 12 plus 14 plus 15 plus 15, then plus the 7th one, which is, you can call it x, is x here, then is equals to over n, which means there are 7 students here. N is 7, you must get 13. Right, then simplify. 9 plus 15 plus 14 is 29. 29 plus 9, what do we get? Is 38. 38 plus 12. 38 plus 12, 0 here, is 50. 50 plus 11 is 61. 61 plus 15, what do you get? 6 here, 76. So the max is 76 plus x over 7 is equals to 13. Then after that, you cross multiply this one over 1 here. So it will be 76 plus x is equals to 13 times 7. Then it will be 76 plus x is equals to 13 times 7. 7 times 3, 21. 1 carry 2 here. Then 7 plus 1, 9. So it will be x is equals to 91 minus 76. 91 minus 76 is 4 here. 1. So it's 14. So the other student got 14. Then done. Next question. Number 9. It is given that set P is that one. Then a number is chosen at random from set P. Find the probability that the number is either a negative number or a prime number. Neither is either a negative number or a prime number. So you just say probability of negative or prime. It will be probability of negative plus probability of prime, like this, plus probability of prime number. Then probability of a negative number. How many negative numbers do we have? We have 2. Minus 11 and 2. So it will be 2 over total numbers. Altogether, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over 10, then plus. Then prime numbers. A prime number, a number that has only 2 factors, one in itself. So in this case, the prime numbers, we have 2, 3, 17, 2, 3, 17. So 2, 3, 17, there are how many? 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 over 10, which is actually equals to 2 plus is 5 over 10. You can put it as half, like this. Then next, question number 20. Solve the inequality 2 x minus 3 is less than 7. Right, what you do here is you just remove the bracket. 2x minus 6 is less than 7. Then it will be collect like terms. 2x is less than 7 plus 6. 2x is less than 13 here. Then you divide by 2 by 2. Then you get your x here is less than is 6.5 or 6.5. 13 over 2. Yes. Then next, write down the largest perfect square that satisfies the inequality. Largest perfect square in this case, a number which is less than 6.5. So we have 4 here. So the number is actually 4. That's for this part is 4. Then number B, 2 similar bottles have height 8 centimeters and 12 centimeters. The mass of the bottles of height 8 centimeters is 40 grams. Find the mass of the similar bottle that is a height of 12 centimeters. Right, what you do here, these are similar bottles. If 2 shapes are similar, then the ratio of their corresponding size, they are equal. They are the same. So this one has height of 8 and the other one is 12. Then the mass of the bottle of height 8 centimeters is 40 grams. So find the mass of the other bottle. So just use the ratios in this case. So the 2 similar bottles, you say bigger over smaller. The ratio of the heights is equal to the ratio of the masses. The mass of the bottle. So this one smaller is 8, so it will be 40 grams here. Then we call the mass of the bigger one x, like this. Then you can cross multiply or simplify here. 8 into 12, you can simplify by 3 by 4. 4 here, 2, 4 here, 3. Then it will be 3 over 2. Then you cross multiply. 3 times 40 is equals to 2x here. 3 times 40 is equals to 2x. Then You multiply. 3 times 40 is 120, is equals to 2x. Then you divide by 2 both sides, you get 60. So x is equal to 60 grams. Done. Then next question, 21. Area of a triangle ABC. That's the one that you want to calculate or to find here in this case. Right, so we're given that shape. It's a non-right angle triangle. Solving non-right angle triangles, we use either the sine rule or the cosine rule. Take note of that. The sine rule or the cosine rule to solve non-right angle triangles. Right, then area of a triangle without base, you say half AB sine theta, where A and B are the sides which makes up the angle theta. In this case, A and B are 4 and 9. So to find the area, you say half times 4 times 9 times sine 120. Then 2 into 4, you can simplify this one, is 2 here. 2 times 9 is 18 times sine 120. Then it will be 18 times, right, sine 120 we are not given here. Instead we are given sine 60. How can we find sine 120 from sine 60? 120 is the supplement of 60 degrees. Supplementary angles, they add up to 180 degrees. 120 plus 60 is 180. So they have equal, they are equal in terms of their sine. The sine of the supplementary angles are equal. So you just take sine 120 is equal to sine 60. So you just take sine 60 here, which is 0.87. Then you multiply 18 times 0.87. Right, multiplying this one, you put your placeholder here, which is 0. Then 8 times 8, 64. 4 carry 6. 8 times 1, 8 plus 4 is 14. Then 7 times 8 is 56. 6 carry 5. Yeah. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 5 is 12. Then you add here, it will be 6, 6, then 5 here, and 1. How many decimal places? There are 2. So it will be 15.66 square centimeters. Done. Square centimeters. Remember to put units, please. Then next part B, calculate or find the length of AC, leaving the answer in set form. AC, right, you can use sine or cosine rule, but in this case B and C are there, because by cosine rule you say A squared is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A, where A and B are where B and C are the sides which makes up the given angle. So in this case the given angle is 120, then B and C 4 and 9 they are there, so you just use the cosine rule. So x is the one that you, A in this case is the side that you are looking for. So in this case it will be AC. So we say AC squared is equals to 4 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 4 times 9, then cos 120, like this. Right, then let's simplify further. We say AC squared is equals to 4 squared is 16, 9 squared is 81, minus 2 times 4 times 9. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 by 4, what do you get here? It's 8 by 4. 8 by 4 is 32. 2 carry 3 is 72. Cos 120. Then you simplify. AC squared is equals to 16 plus 81 is 7 here. 9 minus 72. Then cos 120. Then to find AC here, you write AC is equal to square root of, then 97 minus 72. Then where there's cos 120, you go up there. Cos 120 and cos 60, they have a relationship. If you can prove in your calculator, cos 120 is equals to minus cos 60. In this case, it's minus half. So you put minus half here, which is half like this one. It's minus half. Then after that, you simplify. AC is equal to square root of 97. It will be plus. Minus minus will be a plus. So 2 into 72 is 36. Then it will be square root of 97 plus 36 is 3 here. Carry 1. It will be 13. So it's root of 133. That will be a final answer. Centimeters done. Then question number 22. It reads, the diagram is the speed time graph of an object whose initial speed is 12 meters per second. Then the object accelerating from 4 seconds until it reaches a speed of 30 meters per second. It then travels at this speed for 5 seconds and then decelerates at 6 meters per square second until it comes to rest. Calculate acceleration from t0 to t4. Acceleration, if it's a speed or a velocity time graph, acceleration represents gradient. So in this case, you just calculate the gradient of the line. In this case, this line for t0 to t4. So you use increase in y over increase in x. Like this one, you form a triangle here. You calculate your increase in y over increase in x. Increase in y from 12 to 30 here, it will be 30 minus 12 over increase in x is 4 from 0 to 4 here. So it will be 30 minus 12. What is 30 minus 12? Is 18 over then 4. This one you can simplify to be it's 9 over 2, which is 4.5 meters per square second. Like this. You can write it as 4.5 meters per square second. It's still the same. This and this is still the same. Right, next. B. Calculate the distance traveled from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 9. Then distance traveled is equals to area under the graph. Distance traveled is equals to area under the graph. So from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 9. So is this graph here? Is this one? That one, if you can try to look here, we have a triangle, we have a trapezium, shape A, and shape B. Shape B is a what? It's a rectangle. So it's a area of a trapezium plus area of a rectangle, which means we can say half. So it's a half A plus B times height. A plus B, this side is A, this side is B of a trapezium. So we say 12 plus B, which is 30, then times height, which is from 0 to 4, is 4. Then plus area of a rectangle is length times width. Length from 4 to 9, it's a 5 times that other side from 9 to this one, 30. Then after that, you simplify here. It's a half. 12 plus 30 is 42 times 4 here plus 5 times 30 is 150. Done. Then here, it will be, if you can simplify here, 2 into 4 is 2 here. 4 times 2 is 4. Then 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 150. Like this. Then 84 plus 150 is 4 here. Then 5 plus 8 is 13. 3 carry 1. Then it will be 234 meters. So if your speed is meters per second, it means your distance is in meters and your time is in seconds. Right, then number C, calculate the value of t, the total time taken for the whole journey. Right, this one, you just use the last lap from t is equals to 9, t is equals to 9 to t is equals to t. And we are given here the final deceleration is 6 meters per square second. Deceleration or acceleration is the gradient of this line. So you just find the gradient of this line, right? So gradient of this line, you say increase in y over increase in x, then you equate to 6. Increase in y from this one to this one is 30. This triangle here from this point to this point is 30, right? Is 30. Then from 9 to t is t minus 9. So you just say 30 over, that's for y. Then t for x is t minus 9. Then you say is equals to 6. That's the acceleration in this case. Right? Then after that, you cross multiply here. This one is over 1. It will be 30 is equals to 6. Then t minus 9. It will be 30 is equals to, remove the bracket, simplify. 6t minus 9 by 6. 9 by 6 is what? 54. Then it will be 30 plus 54 is equal to 60. Then this one will be 484 is equal to 60. Then you divide by 6 here. You get your t is equal to what? 6 into 8 is 1, remainder 2. 6 into 24 is 4 is equals to t. So t is equals to 14 seconds. Done. Next question, number 23. In the diagram, A, B, C, D, E, F is a solid triangular prism. A, B, 6 information is given there. Then find x, right? If we can try to look there, x is on the cross section of this triangular prism. It's a right angle triangle. So to find x is the hypotenuse, you can use Pythagoras theorem. So you say 8 squared plus 6 squared is equals x squared by Pythagoras, using that right angle triangle ABF. Then 8 squared is 64 plus 6 squared is 36, then is equals to x squared. Yeah. Then 64 plus 36 is 100 is equals x squared. Then to remove the square, you put square roots both sides. It will be 10 is equals to x. So x is equals to 10. Done. Then number B, calculate the total surface area of the prism. Surface area, x here is 10 here, is area outside area. Right? We have this triangle here, right angle triangle ABF is equal to the area on the other right angle triangle CDE. So you say 2 times area of those triangles, which is half times base, which is 6 times height 8 plus. Right, we are done with the triangles. Now we're on this shape, which is the base one, this one. So it's a rectangle, length times width is 6 times 20. 6 times 20, then plus. Then we are left with this one. This shape is what? BCEF. BCEF is also a rectangle. So length is 20, width is 10. So you say 20 length times width times 10. Then plus. Then we are left with this one on this side. Is a rectangle ADEF. ADEF. The length is actually 20, that side there. So it's 8 times 20. Like this. Then you simplify. That's the total surface area of this shape. Here it will be 2 times, then half, 4, 3 here. 3 times 8 is 24. Like this. Then plus 6 times 20. What is 6 times 20 here? It's 120 plus 20 times is 200 plus 8 times 20 is 160. Then you add. 2 times 24 is 48 here. Then plus 120 plus this one, let me write 120 here. 200 plus 160 is actually 360. Then if you can add here, let me write this one. 120 plus 48 is actually 8 here. 168 plus 360. 168 plus 360, what do we get here? is 8 here, then 12, 2 carry 1, then it's 5. So it's 528 square centimeters. That's the area. Then done. Then number 24, evaluate. These are logarithms. Log this one. What you just do here, when subtracting, you divide on logarithms. So it will be 45 over 5, like this. So it will be log 45 over 5 is 9 base 3. Then after that, this one, 9 can be expressed in powers of 3. So it will be log 3 squared base 3, which is equals to, then you bring the power down, 2 log 3 base 3, which is equals to 2 times log 3 base 3. Log of a number to base that number is 1. So it will be 2 times 1, which is equals to 2. Please remember the laws of logarithms. Log m to the power a is a log m. That's what I used here. I applied that law there. Then next, log 0.2 over log 5. 0.2 over log 5. So first thing first, item number 2, you convert 0.2 to a fraction. So it will be log 2 over 10 over log 5. Then after that, it will be log, then simplify, it's 1 over 5 over log 5. Then simplifying further, it will be log 1 over 5. Apply the laws of indices. Laws of indices is any number raised to a negative power is the same as 1 over the same number when raised to a positive power. So this one, you want to bring 5 up, you just give the power negative. If it's down, it's 5 to the power 1 here. So you just give the power negative, 5 to the power minus 1. So over log 5. Then bring down the minus 1. It will be minus 1 log 5 over log 5. Then log 5 will cancel out. It will be log 5 will cancel out. So the answer will be minus 1. Done. Right. Then next, express as a logarithm of a single number. That one is 3 log 2. So as a single log, you are combining the logarithms. So first thing is 3 log 2 plus half log 81. Right, so this one, bring up the power. So it will be log 2 cubed plus log, bring also this power up, is 81 to the power half. So it will be log 8. 2 to the power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2 plus log, apply indices here, is square root of 81, which is log 8 plus log, square root of 81 is 9, which is called log. When adding logarithms, you multiply. So it will be 8 times 7, which is called log 72. Done. Then question number 25, it is given that 3p minus 3p, so that's the vector, that's the matrix, you can see it on the screen. Find the value of p, q, and r. What you do here, you express as a single matrix the left side, right side as a single matrix. Then after that, you equate. So the left side as a single matrix, first you multiply with the scalar 3 here, it will be 3p minus 3 here. Then 3 times 0, 3 times 4 is 12, minus 7q minus 2, 2r, then is equals to, then you can also simplify this one. Half of 16 is 8, then half of 8 is 4, then half of 4 is 2, then minus 6 here. Right, then after that, you can combine these values, is 3p minus 7, then minus 3 minus q here, then here is 0 minus 2 is 2, then here 12 minus 2r, 12 minus 2r, it will be 12 minus 2r, then is equals to 8, 4, 2 minus 6. Right, then you equate. 3p minus 7 is equals to 8. 3p minus 7 is equals to 8. Then you can find your p here is 8 plus 7. It will be 3p is equals to 15. Divide by 3 by 3. You get your p is equals to 5. So p is equals to 5. Then done. Then for q, you equate minus 3 minus q is equals to 4 on this side here. Then it's minus q is equals to 4 plus 3 minus q is equals to 7. Divide by minus 1, you get your q is equals to minus 7. Done. Then you are left with r is 12 minus 2r is equals to minus 6. Then minus 2r is equals to minus 6 here. Plus minus 6 minus 12 minus 2r is equals to minus 18. Divide by minus 2 by minus 2, you get your r is equals to 9. Then done. Just like that. Then this one is transformation, as you can see there. Question number 26. Right, the diagram shows three triangles ABC, AB1, as you can see. Then triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle A1, B1, C1 by a single transformation. Describe fully this transformation. ABC is mapped onto A1, B1, is this one A1, B1, C1 by a single transformation. Then describe fully this transformation. So first thing, size. Is this still the same? Yes, size is still the same. So it can be a translation, rotation, or reflection. Then check direction. Is it still the same? It's the same. So if direction is the same, size is the same, then that one is called a translation. So this one is a translation. Under a translation, you have to state the vector of translation. How do you calculate the vector of translation? It's image point minus original point. You just pick any point, like I can pick C here, C1 here. So I can say C1 minus original is C. So point C1 is x5, y0 minus C here is x2, y6. Right, simplifying this one, 5 minus 2, you get 3, then minus 6. So that's the vector of translation. Then you are done. Right, then triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle A2, B2, C2 by reflection. Find the equation of the axis of reflection. Right, what you do here is ABC is mapped onto A2, B2, C2 by reflection. So you come here, A2, B2, if you can try to see here. So you look at the line that is at the middle here, is this line. So this point, it passes through this point, this point, this point, this point. So you find the equation of the line passing through this point. Right? So to find the equation of this line, it casts the y-axis at 0. So you write y is equals to mx plus c. Y is equals to mx plus c. Then y is equals, m is the gradient. M, you can form a triangle here. Gradient increase in y over increase in x. From this point to this point is minus 2 over, from this point to this point is 2. X plus c is 0. It casts the y-axis at 0. So it will be y is equals to minus 2 is minus 1, x plus 0, which is y is equals to minus x, right? So that's the equation of the line of reflection.